Alrighty guys, what's going on? Good to have you guys on, good to have you guys in. Please like and subscribe to the channel, click the icon to alert you for making new videos. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Help the channel out a ton. Right. Alrighty guys, let me just post this on social media quick, should be ready to go. Today's big runners were we had Frey. We also had Sober. Moho. Saba and Alrighty guys, we're live on all platforms now. Let me go ahead and go like this and go display. Alright guys, what's going on? What's going on, Alan Fishing? What's going on, Steve? What's going on, Frugal? Can you guys hear me? You can't hear me, okay. Awesome. Alrighty guys, appreciate you guys for subscribing. NoMarketNoTrade.com community. Click the icon alert for making videos. The market, wow, the market just sold off today pretty strong. Pretty wild to see that. Basically went from 388 down to 376. So pretty volatile day in the markets and the S&P 500. What's going on, Eldrin? But I basically just played, well, I had been swinging Holo, which, you know, obviously didn't work out. But I'm still going to keep an eye on this one. This one's gone from 36 down to 193 in a matter of days. But what's going on, Kyle Lehman? That's the way it goes. You know, stocks don't just go up, but they do go down, and you can't predict anything. You just got to take the percentages and put them on your side with proper sizing. Yes, I do use level 2 for my trading. Let's go ahead and pull up Moho just because I haven't seen this. Went from 7 cents to 23. Oh, wow. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys have been trading well. Hopefully you guys are subscribe to the NoMarketNoTrade.com community. Like I said, I traded FREY right. I started longing it right on these dips. Basically sold half or 3/4 or probably 4/5 there, and then the rest through the highs right there. And then Holo, I had been swinging for 3 days. Luckily, small size. I ended up losing about 13,700 on the name. So, you know, but overall, I've been trading really well. Keeping things small, keeping things, you know, sized properly, just trying to get momentum back. And ALOK was another one that I played. I ended up stopping out somewhere in here, I believe. But didn't play anything too crazy today, guys. Just trying to get the momentum back, just trying to trade smart, just trying to trade proper size. Kyle, you're all over the place. You're on YouTube and Instagram. I love it. And that's basically it today, guys. You know, I didn't really want to, you know, go over much more than that, but hopefully you guys were able to subscribe to the channel. Click the icon alert for making new videos. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and answer a couple questions because I feel like I've been quick on stream lately. Let me go ahead and answer a couple questions because I've been quick on stream. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, guys? Oh yeah, and those of you guys on Instagram, my cat, she definitely loves her new bed. That's for sure. We'd show you guys on YouTube, but I don't know if the camera would reach. How do you use level two for your trades? I mean, basically, I use it like in terms of how fast it's speeding up. So if I feel like the time and sales and the level two are speeding up, meaning it's starting to go up, up, and up, and the time and sales are flickering faster than ever. It kind of starts like this, goes faster, and then gets really fast. Generally speaking, I mean, obviously the chart has something to do with it as well, the catalyst, and how much liquidity you previously traded. But whenever I see something speed up on a general basis, I will start to scale out of that. When something is really slow, I either get into it or I don't touch it at all. I generally won't sell it or into something slow for the most part. How long do you anticipate this slump before turnaround? Honestly, Susie, in terms of the overall broad perspective of the market, if you go back and look at this price action, it's very similar to 2008. Either way, whatever happens, guys, it's going to happen. We can't change that. The economy is somewhat controlled based upon the Fed. And, with COVID, we might have delayed the inevitable. Who knows? We've been in, I didn't even really, miss you too, man. I didn't even really, realize we were in such a pullback, in such a historic pullback. I saw something like there's only been 5 other times in history to have this kind of pullback over the first 8 months of the year, 9 months of the year. From the highs, I believe we're down over 20% now. And so, at the end of the day, we are starting to see this, but at the same time, we saw historical rises too. And, do we snap these lows in the next 2 or 3 years? I think it's going to take 2 or 3 years to get below that if that does happen. And then that's really 2008. I'm not going to say 2 or 3 years. I'm going to say a year or two maybe. What do I see happening in the next year or two? If you want to take overall price action and use historical data to kind of back everything up, from what I'm seeing, I think we're going to see a further pullback. I think we're going to see maybe a retest of 300 in the S&P 500 the next year. Just by historical data and the things that I've looked up and researched. But, it wouldn't surprise me if this market continues to rip and ramp from today, now that I just said it's going to go down farther. But that's why I dollar cost average into the entire economy. I day trade, but then I also, I invest in homes. I do, there's a good quote today, and I saw it on Instagram or something, and it was like, basically, what was it? It was Ed Milet, and he was talking about with Grant Cardone, and he was talking about how, the CEO of Coca-Cola makes $50 million a year, right? But Warren Buffett makes $500 mil on dividends per year. It's not the CEO who makes the money; it's the investors, and that really stuck with me today. I don't know. I know that, CEOs make a ton of money, and obviously, especially if they're a successful company, but in the end, that really made me realize overall, and I truly believe it. I think investors, if you do it right and are trained right and continue to study and work hard and be driven and know where your risks are at, I really don't think there's anything you can make more money in than being an investor. I really don't. The sky is the limit. And I really enjoy, I'm not, you're so on, investor yet by any means, but I'm definitely someone who looks at investing, and I do invest in homes. I'm invested in crypto. I'm invested in, EV charging. I'm invested in the QQQ, the ARK fund, and I'm invested in, I have a little bit more dangerous of a portfolio. That's because I'm young and I can do that. But yeah, so, the S&P 500, I dollar cost average into that. The biggest part of my portfolio goes into tech, so the QQQ. That's about 40% of my portfolio, 45% of my portfolio. Pays a little bit of a ditty. And then S&P 500 is 20%, I believe. ARK's another 20%. Then I got some in crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum, 75-25 Ethereum, 75-25 Bitcoin. And yeah, guys, that's really all I had today. But I just wanted you guys to hear that from me and to realize the power of being an investor. When you have passive income, there's nothing better than that. What I do as a day trader, it's not passive. I'm sitting here every day and I'm watching things go up and I'm going down, and right. So, but yeah, I'm at a point where if I did just want to be a passive investor in my career, I could do that and live a great life. But I want to keep pushing the limits. I love what I do. I love the ups and the downs. I love the struggles. I love keeping it real with you guys. I love, making 12 million plus in 3 months. And I also love, going over this past, 12 to 14 months of just pure struggle. And overall net, I'm profitable, but it's nothing to where I want to be by any means. It's been a really, really big struggle for me. And so I'm always going to keep it real with you guys in my career. And what do you use to study old data charts? Basically just TOS, or there's something called Spike Eat. How long do you anticipate? Yeah. So, Susie, I anticipate this slump for the next maybe year or two, max 2.5 years. I'm going to say max 2 years, sorry. Because we've already been about 8 months in this slump. Any other questions? Be a trader in these tough markets? Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, guys. That is really all I had today. You guys have any other questions, comments, concerns? I think it's SPIKEET, if I'm not mistaken. SPIKEET. No problem. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to be getting off here. I appreciate you guys for subscribing to the NoMangoTrading.com community. Click the icon away from making the videos. Cheers, team.